So, hi, my name is Jessica, and ignore the messy car, and I'm just doing this as a video document of what I'm going to be doing with my caravan. So I'll be updating it when I get stuff done. Unlike most people who are renovating a caravan, like in their backyard or whatever, I'm actually living in mine while I'm doing this. So I'm doing it bit by bit, and I'm probably making so many mistakes. People who've done this before will be laughing at me like crazy. So let's go and have a look at what I've got at the moment. I've started it a little bit, so it's not the way it was when I originally bought the van, or got given the van for a very tiny amount. So I'll give you a show around of what's happening. So this is the gloriousness that is my van, and I've been living in it for a year now. I believe from my bad measurements that it is 27 foot long, and it's 2.8 meters wide. It is about 50 years old, but I can't find its original compliance plate. So sitting on the crossbar there is its original stove. I'm probably going to be cleaning that up and selling it. I'm going to be making this a gasless van, so everything in it's going to be electric. And I have a tiny little bottle stove for when I do need gas. So there is an annex on it at the moment. A canvas roof and solid walls. Fortunately, this annex is almost at the end of its life. And when I relocate this van, the annex will not be coming with it. So, we'll pop on in. Here's my front door. I have a cat, so there is a screen mesh on the inside here to keep the cat in. He is very weird and does not actually jump. It is a mess, because I'm halfway through ripping stuff out. So this is my annex. It is very dark. I've got all my crafting station over here, all my tools, and I'm an artist, so a lot of my art stuff is there at the moment. This is my temporary makeshift dining room, and all of my camping gear and the stuff that used to live in the spaces I'm starting to renovate. And in a few months or a few weeks time, hopefully, these benches will be my kitchen, because I'll be ripping it out. I currently am not connected to mains water, so I have a lovely little water tank that I get to fill up every couple of weeks that I'm running off, and a little 12-volt pump. All the original water and gas in this van are long gone. So, a couple of pallet steps leading up. I'm not going to be showing you the bedroom because it is my private space and is very messy. So this here used to be a lounge. When I got the van, the lounge was already pulled out, and the bookcases beside it. As you can see, I have started to remove some of the panels. Now, on removing the panels, I have discovered that this window, which is not original, it would have been a two-fold window like the ones over there. When it was put in, it was siliconed, but not very well. Not sure if the camera can see this, but the windowsill has completely dry rotted. That is one of the only places I've found water ingress into this place. The windowsill in the bedroom does not have the same curvature and does not appear to be rotten. So, the frame is aluminium, which I'm very thankful for. My last caravan was wood, and so much of the frame needed to be replaced, I ended up giving up. So, in my little bit of discovery, I have found out, let's see if the camera can see this. Oh, that is really, really hot. That, oh, I think it saw it. Yep, some of the rivets are missing. I'm not sure if you saw that light when it came through, so I'm going to have to get up on the roof and fix them. I believe this timber was only here to fix the roof to, but it's in good nick. It's not rotten, which I'm happy about. So I'm going to be ripping out all of this, the cupboards, what's left of those cupboards, and bringing this all back to bare aluminium. I'm also going to be ripping up this lovely vinyl, which I really, really hate, because my plans are from this wall across to that wall. That is going to be a bathroom space. I'm going to have a shower where my box of rubbish is currently sitting, and a toilet here somewhere. as to what toilet I'm going to be putting in. At the moment I have a small chemical toilet, and hopefully I'm thinking of possibly putting in a composting toilet. Not sure. So hopefully I'm not giving everyone vertigo by moving this around. This is my current kitchen. Once I've finished the bathroom section, I will be pulling all of this out, the cupboards as well, and the walls. I'm not sure if you can see, but the walls quite clearly show water damage, so they'll be coming out. There's also damage from the old lights. They've overheated quite a few times by the appearance of this. So all of this is going to be coming out, and I'm going to be replacing it with an open shelving and a single piece bench top with a square sink that I can actually pick my pots into, because nothing fits into that except my plates. Into the kitchen I have to somehow fit my freeway microwave oven, and if I can also fit it, my not so little oven. If I can't fit this, I don't mind, because my freeway microwave oven is a convection oven as well, and it will take all the work. So this is the bottle stove. I have no plans of putting a gas stove in. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to be putting another bench across and another open cupboard underneath. This cupboard here I actually picked up from a tip shop for 20 bucks. It's been very, very useful, but it's not going to be living in here afterwards. Same as these cupboards up here. I understand in caravanning that you need to have the doors to shut and everything, but this is my home. I don't move around. Well, I do, but when I move I relocate using a truck. So I'm not touring in this vehicle. It's my full-time home, so I'm going to be turning it into more or less a tiny home than a caravan. So that's going to be all coming out. I'm going to be putting in it's just a single shelf. That'll be my pantry. So this space here where the wall is, where my current power units are, is where the fridge is going to be going. So it's going to be relocating from where it currently is, and there'll be a shelving space above it. I am intending to switch to solar as soon as I can afford the cost of the batteries for solar. And part of that intention is I have to find somewhere in here to put the batteries when they get them. My fridge is a perfect small fridge, and it runs off barely any power at all, which is great for a caravan. And beyond the curtain is my bedroom. That will be the last thing that I am tackling. Yep. I'm still freaking out slightly. The main reason it's the last thing I'm tackling is I'm still planning on what to do with it, because I have to somehow fit, try not to give you vertigo as I move around, the entirety of that workstation over there and the rest, which is currently in my bedroom, into the bedroom and make it workable. So I'm thinking a Murphy bed, drop down desk, and a lot of storage in the walls. Again, this is the reason why I'm not a touring vehicle, because all my books are going to end up in the bedroom, which will make this a very badly balanced caravan. So without actually looking into the room, from here back is the bedroom. So I've got a quite decent space, and it's got a second door. I've currently pulled part of the door off because it was only hanging on by half a hinge. And the door, I'm not sure if you can tell by the lines up the top, it's no longer square. So I have to pull the doors out and give everything a realign to get it to fit. I've done that for the front door already. It's been pulled off. This window needs a lot of replacement, so I've got to pull it off. Another bad view. And there's a window hiding behind my wardrobe, which I can come up here and see. This one is missing most of the window. So I'm actually going to be using this one to replace the other one. Parts of, mixing and match them. This one will be completely filled in. I'm going to get some aluminium, block aluminium on the back, put the foam in here, and then put the new wall on, because that's going to be the splashback for the shower. So I don't need a window there. These curved windows, I'm going to be removing them. And this window, I'm actually going to be relocating it back to the edge of this shelving here. So it's going to be coming back 15 centimeters to line up with the edge of both shelves. So that's the edge of it up there, and that's the edge of it down there. I'm getting someone to make me a new window frame for that. The curved windows I'm getting rid of. Main reason is because they are cracked and crazed like really bad. The frame on them is completely gone on the other side. And on this side, I'm sure you can tell just by looking at it, the whole window has been destroyed. It is Perspex. I don't know what hit it before I got to it. But I'm thinking of just putting more aluminium to here, making a square edge and bringing the window in. I'm not so good with working with complex curves. So my first job today, once I turn off this camera because I can't do both at the same time, I'm going to be pulling out the two side aluminium windows and then ripping off as much of this wood as I can before I have to go to work. It is very hard working in here and living in here. So I've got to make sure I don't kick up too much dust. That is the main reason I've got the curtain over, to stop any of the mold which might be hiding in the roof from getting into the bedroom. My biggest hassle at the moment is going to be the engineering of repairing this. This actually hasn't been a point of ingress of water. The reason the wood's all kafloofed is because the roof has been left open a few times. And as you can tell, the opening mechanism has been destroyed. And I'm going to be replacing this, pulling as much of this off as I can, finding some way of hinging it and possibly putting a gas strut in so I can open and shut it without too much effort. At the moment you require a broom to push it up and down. It's very annoying. But I have been told just to glue it down and make it solid. Main reason I don't want to do that is it's the main vent for my ovens and my cooking. There is no vents in here. Even where the original oven was, which is down here in this lovely metal lined area, there was no vents, and you can tell by the back of it, it got quite hot. So that is my main vent up in the roof. I am adding another one in the bathroom where a light used to be. Oops, sorry, shaking it. I'm hoping to put like shade mesh triangle that runs down the sides to get the bugs out, because every time it's open the bugs come in. Also, the cat has learnt that if he climbs up on the bench, then onto the fridge, he can actually climb out through the roof. He doesn't really jump, but that for him is enough of a climb, apparently. I'm dribbling. So this is it to start off with. I will do some updates as I get through, and hopefully by the end of this week I'll have all the wood out of here, which is great. Yeah, there is the problem that the roof was put on last, so I'm just going to have to trim as much of this as possible because the aluminium is wedged on either end, and I do not have the materials or equipment to be able to pull the roof off. I am slightly worried, I'm not sure if you can see, about these screws. They don't appear to be part of the original formwork because that looks like a rivet hole and that's a screw. So I'm going to have to get up top and find out what those screws are from and re-silicone everything to make sure I don't have any water ingress there. The original electric lines were these ones, and it appears at some stage this line was put in because there are two sets of power in here. I'm not sure if I can find a... Oh, yep. So this is one of the new sets that were put in. They're very badly put in and there's a lot of damage behind them. So this is another one. So they're all coming out. I'm completely removing all of the existing power lines. I'm not sure. I don't know where the other ones have gone actually. I think I've pulled out all the old ones. So this one here, behind my oven, which you can tell I'm not using, is one of the original ones. So it's only got the very line to it. I think it's only set for 12 volt while the other one was 240. Yes, I know at the moment I'm using a schmozzle of power points. As you can tell, there's not much actually plugged into them. And they're both RCB surge points, so if anything does happen, they're going to save all my equipment and hopefully not blow me up. Hopefully. Well, that's it for today. I'm going to go throw these two pictures together. I will post up a static of what I want this to look like to give you guys an idea, and if anybody can give me hints or tips, that would be great. This is going to be a lot of work. Oh yeah, and yeah, mind the dunny beside it, but that is the foil bird I will be using to insulate the roof and walls. I found it in Bunnings for only 40 bucks a sheet, and those sheets have been cut in half, so they're quite decent size. So yeah, I'm normally an artist, not normally a builder. Let's give everyone vertigo again. Hey. Yeah, so I'm normally an artist, not normally a builder. I normally give up on stuff pretty easily. But this is going to be my long-term project. It's going to be my home. As I said, it's not a touring van, so I'm not worrying so much about weights, balances, because anytime I do move this, it will be on the back of a flatbed truck. My annex at the moment is there until it falls apart, and then I'm getting a new one. I'm not going to be using an actual caravan annex. I found a quite nice structure for sale that has a polycarb roof, so a clear polycarb roof, and shade cloth mesh walls. And then you can put some of those, what are they called? My brain is just fried. The clear walls that fold down that they have at like the bars and pubs and stuff. That'll protect it from rain during winter. Then that will be used as my outdoor dining area and also my storage area for just random stuff like my camping gear. Because I do camping a lot, which is weird because I live in a caravan. But I still like camping. So, one last look at the van, because that's what this is about, not me. Da-da-da. Sorry if it's moving too fast. Okay. The main thing I'm going to be needing help with, that I'm going to have to call in professionals for, will be the electrical and setting up the plumbing. There will be only 2 points of plumbing, the sink and the shower. So, that's it. See you guys next time.